welcome back to another episode of Action Figure Roundup. Today I'm looking at the high-flying Evan Bourne from Mattel's Basic Series 1. Now I'm not going to go into a lot of detail of the articulation of this figure like I have been previously because all basic figures have the same points of articulation. If you want to see more about it, check out my John Cena and Triple H reviews. Now, let's go ahead and start by checking out the head scan. As you can tell, it looks like Evan Bourne. It's a really good head scan. It's not overly dramatic like the Jax one, and he's not making any kind of goofy faces. Just a serious head scan. Give you a couple of different angles here. It's a good head scan. Let's check out the torso. The torso is pretty ripped, but Evan Bourne's pretty ripped. I think it works well with him. The arm's a little smaller than the Triple H and Batista and such. They're still a little muscular, but they're not like terribly small. It fits well. He definitely has a great torso. He is missing wrist tape. That's one small complaint people are having. He also has painted on armbands. They're not molded on. They're painted on. But yeah, the inclusion of wrist tape would have been a little nice, but not too bad. Let's check him out next to Triple H. As you can see, the torso difference is majorly different. Triple H is way more ripped than Evan Bourne is. But the Evan Bourne torso looks well. I also like the inclusion of different skin tones they're using. It's a small thing, but I think it makes the figures really stand out from each other. We got you can see Triple H's arms are a lot larger and more muscular. Evan Bourne's is small, but still got some muscle detail. Here's Evan Bourne and Triple H next to each other, so you can get a good idea of the scale, so we can go ahead and get that out of the way. Evan Bourne is much shorter, so that works great. Check out the lower half. Now the lower half's where this figure really shines. They've molded pretty much a whole new lower half just for Evan Bourne. I mean, this belt piece, completely molded on, not painted, over a standard crotch piece. It's completely molded on, and you know, Jax never gave us something like that, especially for like mid-card people. Well, I mean, they did occasionally, but it was very, very rare. Here, you check out the tight designs, very well done. Very nice paint job on this. I love the silver outlinings. They didn't seem to skip out on any of the details on it, so that's really a great thing. Let's check out. You can see you can move his legs back and forth, and this is one instance where you want to move the legs back like that because you can do a shooting star press. Now let's move down to his boots. When I first saw this figure, I thought the boots, the front of them, were just molded onto a or just glued onto a standard boot mold. But no, this whole boot is molded just for Evan Bourne, the entire boot. So you can see the front and the back, he has the laces that are molded on. So this whole boot is for Evan Bourne, and that is awesome. We never got that with Jax. Jax just painted over a standard kick pad mold. But this really makes this figure stand out. Now he does have his boot joint here. You can see it's really hard to bend, but it does bend. And you can turn it back and forth. There's really no point to it because it looks silly, really. But yeah, overall the boots are awesome. You can check out the detail right here. Overall, I'm really impressed with the lower half of this figure. So let's break this figure down, shall we? You get Basic Series 1 Evan Bourne. He's going to be about 5.5 inches tall. He has 18 points of articulation. Now, he's probably going to run you about $9.99, and my final verdict is I'm going to give him a 4.5 out of 5. And the only reason I'm taking a half off is because of the wrist tape. And that's not really a huge thing to me, but it is to some people. And with the inclusion of molded on boots and the whole molded lower half, almost enough to make you look past the wrist tape missing. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. If you love Evan Bourne or you're starting your collection, you definitely need him. Let's check out Evan Bourne's 1 of 1,000 championship belt. Each of these are numbered. This is the packaging it comes in. If you have this on your package and he's wearing a belt, then you've got a collector's item. Each one's numbered, and let's take a closer look at the belt. The belt itself, the medallion parts are made of metal. You can see it's numbered. That one's number 396 of 1000. Sturdy belt. Makes me kind of excited to see what's going to come out of their actual world titles. It velcros together. In the back, the inside is got little pegs holding the metal front plates on. It's sewn all the way around with felt in the back of it. And the front, the strap part is like a fake leather. The little things on the side say Mattel and WWE, which is pretty cool. So it commemorates the partnership between Mattel and WWE, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not necessary, but it's neat. This belt makes me really excited to see what Mattel's going to do with the actual championship belts. So let's take a look at who we're going to look at next time. Basic Series 1 Big Show. I have 28 subscribers now. Keep them coming. I really appreciate everybody subscribing and checking out my videos. I'll try to get these done as fast as I can. Take care.